Hey everyone, welcome back to the range. My name is Matt, also known as the Ammo Nerd and the King of 5.7x28mm. We have an optic review today. I don't do too many more of these on the channel since I feel optics come down to a personal preference. If you see me continually use an optic on the channel over, a dozen or so videos and I haven't found anything wrong with it or mentioned it, that suits me for what I need for optics, but again, your mileage may vary. From CVLife today, a brand that is very popular on Amazon. This is their Jackal Howl RDS red dot sight. In full transparency, CVLife contacted me almost 1 year ago and offered up this Jackal Howl RDS in exchange for a long form review. Now that comes with the standard affiliate marketing and the untold riches that you can earn from doing that. But that's not what I'm here for. I'm here to give you guys my God honest opinion on things. If something is not right, or the quality isn't there, or it's an utter piece of junk or a failure, I'll certainly mention it. I'm not here to push those products to you. Just like with our oversaturated market with our shotguns from Turkey, there's dozens and dozens of shotguns from the country of Turkey. I feel the market with our optics is about the same. Everything that I see is mostly from China. You don't really know who the manufacturer is, and in this case, CVLife, are they just a brand name and they are purchasing products pre-made, or are they the actual manufacturer of this RDS? I actually have a couple other CVLife products. I have their $25 Harris bipod knockoff, as well as a 3x9 compact scope. Now the Harris clone, you can tell is a clone because the quality isn't there. The legs and springs aren't as firm as the Harris, and it'll do its job on most guns, but if you're looking for a quality clone of the Harris, this would probably be something that I wouldn't consider. And our 3x9 is actually more like a 1x4 compared to the 3x9 that it replaced. Not sure how somebody got the magnification rating wrong on that, but again, that's just stuff that I've noticed about these products, so your mileage may vary. Since we like our data over here, let's take a look at our basic specs of our Jackal Howl RDS. It weighs 5.4 ounces with our mount. Its height is 1.67 inches if we just consider the optic without the rising mount. Its width is 1.61 inches. Obviously, since it's a standard red dot, it is only 1x magnification. This does have shake awake, and it sports our standard T1 bolt pattern, so that if you're looking to put this on any other riser, you can do so easily without having to worry about what bolt pattern it is. It uses a standard CR2032 battery, and it actually has a good bright dot light. Our adjustment for illumination is on the top here with our little push buttons. Our elevation and windage buttons are capped on the side, and our battery compartment is right there with an O-ring. This particular model has a 2 MOA red dot and 10 brightness settings. 2 of those are including our night vision settings. It is IPX7 waterproof, or at least so they claim. As I mentioned, it does have motion or shake awake, and it will turn off after 4 minutes of activity. Battery life is claimed at 50,000 plus hours. Our MSRP, or at least retail from what I can find on Amazon, is right around $70. As far as our dot clarity goes, I do have a little bit of astigmatism, so usually any type of red dot sights that only incorporate, 2, 4, or 6 MOA dot without like a donut of death or any other type of etching on that reticle, I do have some starbursting, but I will say that this is better than some of the other RDSs that I have used. I would argue that it's almost better than the original Trijicon MRO that I have. We've left our Jackal Howl RDS primarily on our Smith & Wesson MMP 1522 over the last year. It's been in and out of the safe. It's held 0. We haven't had any issues with the dot getting any dimmer at the brightness setting of 10. The battery has held up. It hasn't eaten through the battery. So far it's done a pretty good job. I do appreciate our, shake awake or motion awake setting on this, because there are some red dots that I've used. I think the Bushnell or even one of the Vortex red dot has really obscure power on and power off functions. Oh, it's the Crimson Trace. That particular RDS that I got on clearance from PSA, you have to hold either the brightness up or down button for 3 or 4 seconds to turn it on, and then I think it's the opposite button to turn it off. So if you're out doing anything and you forget to turn that on, it's quite cumbersome to do that. So I appreciate that when we have our shake awake function. The $1 million question here comes: would you trust your life to this type of optic for serious home defense, personal protection, or any of our law enforcement? Only you can make that decision, But if you're looking for something to throw on a 22 or a gun that you only take to the range, or like when I do is I get a gun in and I don't have an optic for it because they do get expensive and I just need something to go throw some rounds down range at 25 to 50 yards, something like this for under $100 would do quite nicely. On the flip side, Primary Arms has a very rugged and reliable red dot, as well as the very popular SIG Romeo 5. So this is kind of where this particular dot contends with, and it is $30 to $40 cheaper than those options. So again, that's kind of where your guys' budget and expectations for these products will set whether or not this is something you want to take a look at. With all that being said, it's time for me to get the heck out of here. But at the end of all my videos, I take a moment to thank all those who help make these possible, because there's a lot that goes into them. Number one is my wife, who's back there running the camera and reading her book. I'm not sure what she's on this time. My son Deacon would like to remind you all to like, subscribe, and share so we can get that algorithm recommending me to other people so they can find my videos, because YouTube likes to suppress them. Number two are my Patreon, Subscribe Star, and YouTube channel memberships. I have a campsite in the description below, like various other content creators, and it's a landing page, and there's a bunch of links or discount codes in there. And again, those are affiliate tracking links, and they earn me a sales commission. And what I do with that is I put it right back in the channel. Typically, I usually will buy obscure ammunition or collectible ammunition, or even different firearms to do some of our ballistic reviews on for armor, like the new SIG MCX Spear in 6.8 that I bought. Number three is CVLife. Again, in full transparency, sent me this Jackal Howl RDS to review with no strings attached, besides me putting their little Amazon link in the description below. And of course, number four is you all for watching. Until next time, I'll catch you at the range.